Welcome back, Ace Runners. It's back 9 quack time here at the 2023 OTB Open presented by MVP Disc Sports. If you don't know anything about Swinson Park in Stockton, California, it's packed full of geese, foxes, little ground squirrels, and open airways lined with nice out of bounds and low ceiling trees. I'm Connor O'Reilly, joined by Holly Finley.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's my first time to the OTB Open, and I really love the course. Let's check out the leaderboard so far. Emily Beach in first. Check out some of my teammates holding on to that top 5, and some of the ladies on this card are still in the top 10 position.
Hole 10 starts a stretch of what I think of kind of the signature holes of this track. Very memorable one this par 3 is. Just under 350 feet, we have out of bounds in this water, short and left, and it's just outside the bullseye on the left side and the long side of this green. We also find some of the only hard pan dirt on the course, so this green plays extremely fast, and you want to put this one close, or you don't want to have a putt to where it's easy to lay up, because this one can really trick you.
Kat Mertsch up first, and you can see she was really pulling that way to the right, making sure she's nowhere near that water, and now she'll have a decision to make. About a 38-footer for birdie, putting right at the water. And if you're brave enough, this can even be just a straight shot.
Yeah, most players take something slightly overstable or straight and put a little bit of turn on it, hoping it fights out here. But a lot of lines available.
Holyn also putting directly at the water. This is one, if you're going to go for that birdie putt, you really want to get it as close as possible.
Yeah, plays it wide of that outside tree, gives herself kind of a scary birdie look. Let's see how she's feeling on the green. Juliana plays it a bit safe. Going to be pretty easy to concede par from there. Not really in that tempting range.
No, this is one, it's just really something you got to decide in the moment. You know, how's the wind looking? How are you looking? How's the game looking so far? Kat Mertsch for birdie.
The only right answer is the one
Hey!
you choose. And Kat chooses to believe in herself for the first run back of the round. Big ups to Flight Factory for bringing us all the highlights of the 2023 season here on Ace Run Pro.
Good looking putt out of Holyn after we've seen her go a couple over the top. That one, however, right in the middle. Whew. Stacie falling out left.
I wonder if she was sorry to her card mates there, her caddy.
Now, all day my card mates said they saw fish in these ponds, and I've been fishing all week. I haven't caught anything. But the divers who swim for our lost discs, not that we ever lose any discs, by the way, but if we did, they're in there looking for them. They told me
I don't know Joel by name, no.
Carp and catfish. Let's check out hole 11. Par 4, 669 feet. You can take the right side if you've got a lot of distance. I prefer that left side over that medium bush. Then you can decide how you want to attack this green, or if you're going to play it for par. You can go safe left, just chip your way up there. Or if you take that right side longer route over the water, that'll give you a more open approach where you can play this hole for birdie. Let's see how Kat Mertsch decides to approach this one. Ooh, she's taking that aggressive route. Now that'll give her that open hyzer shot to attack the green for birdie from over there. In case you don't know, Kat Mertsch can throw really far, getting second place at the distance championship last year. coming in at around 425 feet.
Holyn playing the big flex up the safe left side. But
Oh
is it
no!
gonna stay safe? Too
Long
much.
in the water.
Wow. Big distance problems. Also those luxurious kind of problems.
Stacie Hass taking the route that I prefer here, just more of a safe left route.
Yeah, I don't think this water is clear enough for the bass you've probably been fishing for. I feel like they're such sight fishers. This place is always murky and
It's very murky. Some locals told me I need to get some cheese and some corn for the cart. Stacie Hass's second shot looks like she'll be playing for par, not quite getting to the green for a putt.
And we actually lost one of these beautiful majestic oaks. There's this one here to the right of Juliana, and then there was 4 up here in the green area last year, but we lost one. You can see this big mulch area. So there was another one there on the approach, really kind of taking away some of that wide inside hyzer and just creating more low ceiling.
Mertsch gives herself a birdie putt.
Okay, so regular OB rules off the tee here. No drop zone.
This is Stacie Hass's third shot. Well done. JK's third shot, she'll be playing the hole for par as well. This is Kat Mertsch's birdie op. Another putt right at the water.
She's made a few long ones in this scenario so far.
She knew out of the hand it didn't have enough. Holyn Handley for birdie. Nope, wasn't for birdie because she went out of bounds. I lied to you. And she missed the putt. Kat sinks the par.
Okay, so drop zone is optional off the tee for the FPO division. I was kind of worried, but I need to get up with my rules.
How dare you not know 2 completely different sets of rules, Connor? Wow.
That's on me, y'all. I need to do my homework next week. I've been learning round 1 with you guys sometimes. Hole 12, we have a beautiful island approach par 4 coming up.
She's done it!
I love that new commercial.
Right, Kat already getting in on that DG in action. I love it. And hole 12. This is one of the first holes I feel like where I saw the course designer say, you know what, we don't always have to move FPO forward. Sometimes we can push them back, create a par 4, use the same kind of approach shot. And this par 4 actually played tied for the easiest on the track today. So these players looking to throw something pretty safe off the tee, and then routine upshot coming in, just a matter of staying focused.
Not a lot of danger off the tee unless you throw it too far like Holyn did on the last one, or you end up under this limb on the right side, thus obstructing your upshot.
Pretty safe for Juliana over here. Gonna be a longer approach, but still well within her range. Holyn playing pretty conservative here with her skill set, but pumps it up there, hanging out with Cat.
Now, hole 12 has very unusual rules. If you do not stick the island from the fairway, you have to proceed to the drop zone, which is behind the basket. Stacie sticks the island, so she's good to progress for her putt.
This one also unfortunately lost a big old palm tree where they planted that small one. It was probably 40, 50 feet tall. But essentially, the green's playing the same. Great upshot.
In the bullseye, drop in, birdie. Caddy loves it.
Holyn goes to the backhand for this approach. Looks like probably a zone.
Ooh.
Looks like Holland's entire bag is
Throw
Joe's dice.
I was over here looking like, where's this little palm tree you speak of? And I just...
There it is.
Little is right.
Oh my gosh.
Cat.
The champ.
Hopping from out of bounds to inbounds, giving herself a birdie putt.
Yeah, if there was any grass in that patch she landed on, she was probably going to get sucked back into the chocolatey milk water.
Get in there. Let's go. Cat Mertsch getting a birdie here on the 12th. Skipping it down.
Gallops in that opportunity. That was yeah, way to take that. She is just a handful sometimes.
I love it. Stacie Hass with a long birdie.
Yeah, Holyn has had a very bipolar day. Just her clean holes have looked great, and then she just had some pretty bad ones, but still hanging out under par. Wait, let's not gloss over that diamond frame we just had.
Hey, let's look at hole 13, 314 feet, par 3. This is a fun standard shot. You got the basket hiding between these two trees up on this little dirt area. Decide how you want to get up there for a putt. I prefer a straight shot over to the right side, with a little lazy left finish behind the basket, putting back at it. I've seen some forehand players sneak in there and capture a birdie. Cat Mertsch up first.
Yeah, I really love the visuals of this new green here. Looks like a good hole for you ladies.
Oh, that's the perfect way I love to play this hole.
I was almost jealous when I saw y'all's green here and our basket's just way out there in the open past it. Push us back on the tee. Let's play the same green, but let's get a new tee box next year. You listening, Leonard?
Juliana taking a similar route to Cat Mertsch. Right side, back at the basket. She'll be putting at it from about 25.
Oh.
Holyn made some noises when that one came out of her hand. Probably didn't like the height of it. It's not a bad shot. I mean, she's up there.
Kind of a touchy backhand situation there for Stacie, but gives herself an opportunity. Gonna have to deal with those big tree trunks.
This is Cat Mertsch for birdie.
Oh. Another one just short. She's been starting to give herself a lot of looks, though.
Ooh, JK put a nice apex under that one.
She said, I'm tired of missing short. I'm going to give this one a bid, and fights herself to 1 under par.
How old do you think those trees are?
I feel like the big one on the left has to be nearing like 150, 200 years. Is
That's what I
that
was
other
gonna
big
guess.
guy next to Stacie there is probably getting close to 80, 100. Yeah,
This
guy is,
guy?
yeah. I think could be close to 200 years. Who
200
knows?
maybe?
Yeah, I think it's about three people's arms around.
The ones that you said were lost off of the course, were they as big as that one?
The one on the previous hole was that type of size. All there's like those angel oaks or whatever you want to call them, and yeah, there's some great trees on this property for sure.
On the 13th, Juliana Korver with the only birdie.
And we just like our trees in disc golf. We need them, and we have a certain love and affinity for them. So if you don't know, now you know. Hole 14 has a lot of different options available to you. Choose which one you see fit, and if you can navigate all these mature oak tree trunks and the knotted roots and ground play to give yourself a birdie putt here, you're going to be pretty happy. Let's see how these players like to attack it.
There is out of bounds on the left, so if you try that turnover route, it could get a little hairy if you don't make it, but Juliana taking that right side hyzer. That's a good looking shot inside the circle.
Yeah, came out of the hand clean and powerful there. Cat looks to be taking a similar line. Can she beat the trunk? No, squares it.
Okay.
Holyn going back to that forehand. Playing the wide route. I wonder if she feels like she's able to draw that one in close enough for the birdie. Looks like, yeah, she got some ground play. She definitely could. There's really like 4 or 5 different routes you can take here. There's the 2 widest routes. There's the route Stacie took. There's one inside of that. Really just your shooter's choice.
Cat Mertsch utilizing a pole cat for her upshot. She told me she just started using the pole cat and she's really loving it so far.
Yeah, super blunt edge disc like that. Not bad for those short range duties when you don't have too much wind going. Oh,
Ooh, Stacie Hass getting a long birdie here on the 14th.
I found the nubs of these MVP baskets hard to climb over, so she definitely put some
She got
luck
away
on
with
that
one.
thing. There it is. Maybe
It's
a little
because
team
she's
love.
on team
Little
MVP.
love. There it
That's
is.
what it is.
Holyn from outside circle 1.
She knew out of the hand that had no chance. Juliana for birdie.
I really like Juliana's shirt. I don't feel like I haven't seen a pattern style like that. There.
Another
Little
nice
fist
high
bump for
putt out of
Juliana.
her.
2 in a row. That's a turkey for Juliana. She's getting it going. Cat for par. After squaring the one tree where if she beats, she probably gives herself some kind of birdie look. Juliana and Stacie for birdie.
Welcome back. Hole 15, par 3, 299 feet. We do have the out of bounds on the left, and there is some water over there. and then right of the basket you have an out of bounds green. There's a lot of different ways you can play this hole. You can do a little flex shot, you can do a straight shot and play it for par. I like a very lazy Annie, just punch it to that left corner and let it slowly turn over towards the basket. Juliana up first.
Electing for that right side, you really need to put just a little bit of turn out of the hand to make that gap really reachable and attackable, and just too flat there. Stacie also too flat, and you need just a little more commitment on the turn. Oh, Cat might have been saved from out of bounds stroke there. Hard to tell, but
Maybe not if it was the X-Cal, but that angle was looking a bit extreme, wasn't it?
yeah, it was looking.
Oh, Holyn gets twiggled and knocked down. Luckily, she's in the fairway, but nobody really looking at birdie at this point.
Yeah, I feel like after that one that she turfed earlier, I feel like we've seen nothing but high misses for her forehand. And ooh, skirting the line. Cat Mertsch hanging out for the par save. Stacie looking to skip this one off of the green.
Oh, that needs to move quick.
Wow.
Oh. And that was not a Walmart special. Rollback
Yeah, she needed
out
to
of
play it
bounds.
a bit tighter, or maybe a sharper edge disc to get more skip.
Juliana's up there in the circle. She'll be putting for par.
Holyn with the touchy pitch up. Stacie after the out of bounds upshot, looking to save bogey. She's had a couple like that. She had one on hole 10, pretty much identical, just barely undercommitted in the high left chains. Ooh, Juliana on the other hand's putter has been catching some fire, and she's been starting to put the pace on it. Even the Disc Golf Pro Tour champion in the moment slightly forgetting the rules.
Two different ways on when you can walk it in if you're out of bounds versus near the out of bounds.
Yeah, if you're actually out of bounds, you can take it in a meter in any direction. If you're just taking relief from your inbounds lie near the out of bounds, then you only get perpendicular relief.
Unfortunately, Cat misses that very standard putt. Probably too much chatting about it. Lost focus. Stacie Hass taking an unfortunate double on a very simple hole. I mean, as long as you just keep it in the middle, there's not really a lot to worry about. That upshot got away from her.
Yeah, Juliana also looking to put that upshot a little bit closer and not have to make a long testy putt. Hole 16, another one of the signatures. This final stretch, 16, 17, 18, is just one of the best parts of the course. It creates a ton of excitement. This water carry par 4 plays at 491 feet. If you can land your drive right around here, you're going to be extremely happy. A lot of players might choose to lay this one up and just take a par, but if you do clear, you don't have too far into this green, but it does slope away behind the basket and to the left a bit towards the out of bounds canal over there.
With Holyn's distance, I imagine she's going to go across the water, try to get as much distance as possible off the tee. Plenty safe.
Yeah, that is almost guaranteed birdie range for Holyn. Let's see if she can focus up on her short approach. Juliana getting the grunt in it for extra distance, scientifically proven, y'all.
Ooh, sneaks over the edge by a couple feet.
And when you're powered by science, you can only get the green flag.
For science! And I like this sort of lazy turnover flex from Cat.
Another hole that we lost some more trees. There was a tree just right of that one she hit. Here you can see all the mulch that the branches really hung out over the out of bounds. A shot like Stacie's here would have most likely been in a lot of trouble last year, but now a little more airspace for us. Cat going back to the polecat. Maybe vibing with that name because, you know, they're one and the same. Ooh.
Oh, that green is fast.
Yeah, luckily just enough moisture to grab her.
Stacie leaving that a bit short, but I said that earlier and she made the putt, so.
Holyn going to forehand for the short chip up. And she finds herself with about 16 feet for birdie.
Did you see the enthusiasm of the flagger?
Yeah, that guy was working all day. He was giving some good flags.
I love it. JK getting another birdie here on the back nine. Her putter has been going today.
Yeah, if his flag was dancing, then you know you probably put yourself inside of that 20-foot range. Holyn strikes into the center. Sitting at 2 under par after her 3 for 3 start. Not the round I'm sure she had envisioned. But honestly, a lot of tournament left. She can hopefully use it as fire pushing forward.
I like the feathered family of spectators behind the basket.
Yeah, tons of Canada Goose out here with little fledglings of different sizes. That's why the foxes love it out here. There's snackos waiting on every corner.
You're saying those are just little chicken nuggets for a fox?
Hopefully only a couple.
Hurts my feelings. Hole 17, par 4, 569 feet. You throw your tee shot as far as possible. Land in a position that'll give you a good approach into the green. Hopefully if you get a good shot off the tee, that'll only leave you with about 250 or so into this green, getting yourself a birdie 3.
Here you can see all the discs getting tossed out of the water. Swinson definitely collects discs, especially during practice.
Yeah, shout out to the 2 divers I met coming out every single day diving for discs. I already got 3 of my 4 back. Not that I threw any in the water. They just fell out of my bag and rolled in there, obviously.
It happens, you know, you're probably petting the ducks or something.
Yeah, I was fishing, you know. It happens. 2 good shots so far.
There are ducks out here too, so even though I meant geese, I'm still right.
There are. Cat Mertsch taking that left open shot.
Wow, a lot of distance there. She's going to have less than 300 feet in. Going to make that upshot a lot easier. 17 is one of my favorites out here. That peninsula green just gives you such... creates that tension in your body. You gotta really execute, dig deep.
And she didn't quite hang that over the water, but it's plenty safe to play for par.
Yeah, very common mistake. You'll see players just sky this one out a little bit to the left side, not putting the commitment on it.
Same thing for Stacie's shot. Plenty safe, but now that's a long putt right at the water.
Another good design change I like from this year is it's still pretty generous up there on the left towards the basket, but there was about another 50-60 feet of room to go last year, so it kind of took all the teeth off it if you just wanted to lay this one up.
Holyn trusting that hyzer shot. She's in the bullseye.
Well, finally out of Holyn. She's looking to get back on that easy birdie train. Forehand does shape nicely here, and this green is very grabby, so while it might feel scary most of the time if you land left side of the basket or at the basket, you will stay in bounds.
Ooh, that was brave.
'17 is a very exposed green, almost always has some wind and the water just enticing you. In a bad way.
Cat Mertsch, 2 birdies in a row. Holyn Handley, 2 birdies in a row.
And we're about to go from the 4th hardest hole in the course to the 3rd with our final 18th. It's been a fun day so far. We already talked about the difficulty of the 18th, so that should make it very exciting for you guys to watch. This par 4 forces you to play pretty straight off the tee, whether you want to go forehand or backhand. It's kind of up to you. If you can get near that last oak tree there, you're going to have a wide open approach in terms of airspace, but this out of bounds gets skinny up here towards the green and pretty generous sized up there once you get around the basket, but leading up to it, it's very narrow.
Holyn up first. Now we do have an out of bounds line on the left.
And she's flirting with it.
And she has found it. And that is very unfortunate. It's a very good distance on that shot. It was lined up great to attack the green. It's looking a little low out of Cat. That might put her in a position where she has to lay up and play for par. We'll see what kind of angle she has.
Yeah, Holyn can maybe even think about slowing down to maybe play a long mid-range here. Keep herself from fading out. All you have to really do is get to that first of the 2 oaks and you have a sight line to the basket. Stacie playing a bit safer of a line, well executed. Juliana reduced to just a pitch up to the corner. Betting on her chances to get up and down for par.
Cat is going for the green. She throws it a little long. Unfortunately, she's out of bounds here from that upshot.
Yeah, that left side's a little more narrow than the right side. And the long side is also a little bit more narrow than the short side here on the green. Holyn maybe a bit early, or maybe she's just loves it but hates the way her round ended up. Either way, the stress of her day is done as she will be tapping in a nice par save.
Stacie Hass ended up in a great position, and this is her 2nd shot coming into the green, and she gives herself a birdie putt from about 18 feet. JK with an atlas into the green. That's a very straight disc. Needs to get left, and it had no chance. It's such a straight flyer, and then it's got that rubbery rim. There's no way it's going to do any scooting once it hits the grass.
Yeah, maybe
She
just
is
looking
out
for
of
a little more
bounds.
hyzer out of her hand there.
Yeah.
Not really sure whether she crossed up there in the green. The player's trying to make a decision. Consulting with the spotter, see what he thinks. A lot of times they have a better sight line, even though they are not officials, so they're not supposed to actually be setting the exact lie unless the players agree to it. Juliana lays up. Not trying to mess with the elevated basket here on 18. I'm about to tell Kat she gets a longer meter than that next time I see her.
Ooh, what a brave putt.
Yeah, gave it the bid in the headwind. Got a little bit of lift, maybe made the difference. Should have had her head left to right, or head right to left from her position.
Hass getting a birdie to finish here on round 1. She had a fairly clean day.
Yeah, a couple mistakes, but she scored enough birdies to keep it under par.
Even though Holyn went out of bounds off the tee, she was still able to save that par.
Yeah, 3 for 3 start for Holyn. Finishes at 3 under. Gonna be a tough pill to swallow, but she has the skills she needs to play well at a course like this. Let's see how she's able to race up the leaderboard in the coming rounds. As we take a look, 4 players tied at 7 down for that lead card tomorrow. That's incredible. Holyn, Kat, rounding out that leaderboard at the bottom with their 3 downs. Another look at our fox furry friends out here. What is that, a little box turtle?
I guess. I don't know, but if you guys have any tips for carp fishing, let me know in the comments, because I'm not catching anything out here in this murky water, and I've been looking at cheese, peony sausages, and corn.
And don't forget to check out Holly's tour series It's and my tour series Rivers. They are available right now in all kind of places.
Yes, and also Connor's YouTube. He's got a lot of good stuff going on there. And I've got some pro tips on my YouTube as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow.